blue.
That was the best thing I ever looked at.
The happiest story in my life, and I'm thinking of getting off onto Ellis Island. I can remember all the people with me on the boat from the trip from Europe, and I'm thinking of one family in particular. Oh, it just, you have no idea what it does, how it pulls on these heartstrings of mine. This father and this father and mother, and this little bambino, and they come from some little country across the Mediterranean. And the amazing thing was that they were not married, and the mother said, "Where's this child come from? He's our child, but I have no idea how I got this child." But they get off of the boat, and they are so happy to touch. Am I going too long? I'm hoping that my actors are getting off the floor. And this little boy, oh, he is the cutest thing. He has rosy red cheeks and rosy red kneecaps, and he is so cute. And I now have to look at my script. And I remember the family treats him almost like a holy child. And the captain of the boat treats him almost like a holy child, and he says, I can remember him saying it almost like he was a holy child, "Jesus Christ, stand away from the rail." And then he says, "Jesus Christ, stop pushing that old lady, you push her over into the ocean." But all floods back into the mind of this old man. Please forgive me. It was almost as though I can see that family as if it were yesterday. Yesterday. Small biological problem.
Don't want to lose you, you know. Stay right here.
157 days at sea. If I had known we could make a daughter after that, good Lord, I would have stayed where I was.
Hey, what are you talking about? Papa Zooey here, hey. I'm talking to you. I've been rowing that boat for 14,000 miles. My arms feel like they're going to fall off. What's wrong with you? And now I'm stuck with this little kid right here. He kicked his nose. He had a step on his finger. I'm going to get 14 days.
Our Jimmy.
Our Jimmy. Hey, listen. Bitch, what are you doing here? Stop playing with yourself and listen to your father.
Mama, Papa! Is this America? Is this our new home? Is Al Capone the president?
Shut up, you little jerk. You and your sisters, tomorrow, you gotta put a red, you're gonna have to put a red light outside the door.
I'm telling you, it's
And
no
about
wonder.
6 months from now, you gotta help support me. You gotta get that excellent.
And I'm telling you, this New York City, this Ellis Island is not too bad. You know what I mean?
Got hair under her arm. That's me.
Mama mia! What a beautiful lady!
Jimmy, this isn't...
She must have been Italian. She looks just like my own person. Beautiful!
No, not Italian.
I'm telling you, that's the biggest woman I ever seen.
Boom! Boom! You getting any lately, lady?
Yeah, I kind of remember the Tornetta family. old row home in Little Italy in Norristown. Yeah, I kind of remember them. Jimmy Tornetta, was that his name? Yeah, I remember him. Oh, we used to have lots of fun together. We used to hang out in the corner and we used to break windows, and then we'd climb down in the storm sewers and look up through the grates and look up the girls' dresses. Boy, oh man, it was lots of fun. And you know, I mean, I really worried about that guy. That Tornetta, he really turned weird on me. He really got, I mean, he was a gawk. He was a real gawk and a nerd. He starts going queer on us. I mean, he starts dressing up in tights, and he starts jumping around like a Mexican jumping bean. I mean, you didn't know what that guy, you didn't want to associate with that guy. And he starts going out with the biggest bow wow you ever seen in your life. I mean, this girl, she was outbo. She was a K9. You know, when I think about it, I can see that couple as though it was just yesterday.
If you only knew. If you only knew how it was. If I only knew how it was. I would have beat you up in the first grade. Was it as good to you as it was to me? Look, Adrian, I'm no virgin. I've beaten up plenty of girls. Good looking ones, too. But no one's made me feel like this. It makes me realize how good life is. I always want to stay clean and true to my mama and the church and the Knights of Columbus. Give it to my brother. Hooray, and I'll have it for breakfast.
Hey, what are around women. What's up with you?
You know I don't want to be in the family business. You know I gave up breaking thumbs a long time ago. I wanted an industry that's got security. I want to get into an industry that's really growing. I want to get into an industry that really helps people. Yeah. Maybe the medical industry, Godfather.
Hey, I felt like that when I was young and stupid. But you should know what the family business can do for you. You might end up sleeping with a goddamn whore. You know, it's good for you. You'll come with a family business. I can't do that. Mark my words from the Godfather.
It's tough to turn pages in books. Yeah. Oh, that's it.
Funny thing, you know, I ran into Jimmy again. Let me think when it was. Oh yeah, I was working. Oh, you know, let me think. Yeah, you know, I was working on the production line at that company called Extra Pork Roll. That was it. Extra Pork Roll. I mean, this company was into good things. It treated people with TB. Yeah, I think they said TB was tiny bladder. And they were coming up for all kinds of products for people with tiny bladders, you know. And boy, was this Jimmy, a production whiz. I mean, there he was out on the streets of Northtown, and boy, this guy was a production whiz, you know. And this production, this Tornetta, God, you know, he could get those girls in production to perform. Boy, he could get them to perform like crazy. Guy, you know, I see that Extra Pork Roll production line now. It was yesterday, you know.
Boy, just a great business, great business. This healthcare business is just so fertile, doing just a great job here.
We've reviewed your work lately, Jim, and we're very proud of you.
You really developed some pump.
Very proud. J&J has agreed to buy your pump. And they're very happy to put their hands on your pump. And now, here to greet you from their negotiating team. And now, here to greet you from their negotiating team.
You're so young and stupid. You didn't know how big a family business was. We're even in at J&J. You didn't know what we could have done for you.
Don't do it, you dumb shit. I didn't ride on that boat all the way over here for nothing.
I can't do this. I'm good at making babies. I'm going to find me a baby company.
You may not remember me, but my name is Sereni Rao. You probably remember Mr. Tornetta for 45 minutes. It was a mistake. I normally only spent 30 minutes. I ran into Jim when I got lost in the corridor. Jim and I had many similar characteristics, especially our work habits. We never answer pages. We walk around the outside of the building most of the day. And I could never go through his desk drawers because there's nothing interesting in there. I think Jim part Indian. He must have been born in Bombay too. But now that I think about it, it brings air shields back like it was yesterday.
Watch your mouth. It's a little slow in healthcare, a little slow in the mafia.
Come on, Airshell.
Are you serious? Oh, I can't believe it. Leave here? Oh, I don't believe it. Yeah, I'll let you go. Bye-bye. Good morning, Airfield. I'm sorry. He's no longer with the company. Good morning, Airfield. No, I'm sorry. She's no longer with the organization. Good afternoon, Airshell. Oh, I'm sorry, he's no longer with the Mr. Tornetta? Sure, just one moment, please. Hey, Jim Tornetta! Mr. Tornetta, I have an Air Shield stockholder on the line for you.
Oh, send him right in.
Thank you.
Well, this is Jim Tornetta, Director of Marketing. Hey, Rudy, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. Hey, I got such a deal for you. That sounds great. Hey, do you hear about this little company down Marietta? They call it Marietta. But Marietta, they've doubled sales for 4 consecutive years. And earnings as well. I think it's a hot stock. Everybody on Wall Street saying, buy. Hey, Rudy, you still there? Hey, yeah. Hey, Rudy, hey, you gotta go for this one. All right, hey. See ya. Boy, I paid him a fortune.
Shortly thereafter, Health9 stock drops to $30 per share.
You know, Tornetta, I've heard of everything in the book, but as far as your title, Director of Marketing, it's over. You're out. You're now a Marketing Service Manager. You got that? And gave your stock tips to yourself.
Good afternoon, Air Shield. Just one moment, please.
Yeah,
quarantine?
Mr. Tornetta, are you through?
Yeah, she just left.
I have your brother on the phone.
Oh, yeah, so is it. Hello, Joe. Hey, how's everything going over there at the Hammer On? No, I mean the Hammer On. I mean over the Hammer Mount. Hey, good, glad to hear it. Hey, I got quite a thing for you. Boy, I'm glad you got back to me. You know, I went to school and all this stuff, so I'm going to give it to you straight. I've been looking at the technical charts, and this company's growing like crazy. It's selling $19 a share, but I figured it out. It's hit a double bottom. They taught me all about this in MBA school. I think $19 a share, you got a chance to make a killing. Get out there and buy 1,000 shares tomorrow. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. See you, Joe.
Shortly thereafter, the Altine stock drops to $3 per share.
You know, Tornetta, I thought I told you the last time not to give any tips to stockholders. That didn't seem to work. So you're out of marketing service manager and you're out of product director. Now you'll know your place.
Still got a job.
Good afternoon, Air Shields. Just one moment.
You can't answer right away. Yeah, that's marketing.
Mr. Tornetta, are you through?
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Tornetta, I have Leonard Toast on the line.
I like his football team.
Okay.
Hey, how's everything going? Oh, sorry to hear it. Hey, you know, I got season tickets and have had them for a long time. Well, my wife Debbie, she'd be real upset if you moved that team out of Philadelphia. Yeah, I know you got problems. Hey, I tell you, you're talking to the right person. I got a real good friend. Yep, I think I can help you. I got some family down in Atlantic City. No sweat, boy, you're in like Flint. Bring a quick mill, and you're guaranteed to triple your money in 1 week and have a good time doing it. Yep, yeah, hop right on it. Yep. Hey, good luck, Lenny. Hey, get those skins hell this weekend, huh? All right, see you.
And the next day, the headline said,
You better not have filmed that. If you did, send me a copy, please. Good morning, Air Shields. Yes, Mr. Craig is still here. Yeah, I'm sorry, he just started a staff meeting, and all 2 of them will be tied up.
well, that's the way life goes sometimes. The titles disappear like leaves on a fall tree. Product manager, product director, marketing service director, director of marketing. Thank God blood is thicker than water. Yep. Luckily, there's a brother in the wings to rush to the rescue. I can remember the day I was walking by Jim's office and I overheard the conversation. I'm so sorry I heard it, but it was one of those things that was unavoidable. I heard that brother say to him, Jim, I know you have those pictures of me. I know Mama loves you more than me, but my business, it's going so well. Why do you want to screw up another good company? You know, I can see that as if it was yesterday.
Hey, Guido, I'm really glad to have you here in the family business.
you can help me unveil the new sign for our business. Take that in.
Hey, Joe, I know an awful lot about the body. You know what I mean? It's a piece of cake. I'm really gonna love being on my own. No more corporate bullshit. No more waiting 3 months. No more donations for farewell dinners. And no more promises of bonuses.
Wait, Guido. There's something I gotta tell you. We've been acquired. But don't worry. They're nice people. They told me so themselves. In fact, we're gonna grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're gonna get boxes and boxes of stock options.
Sounds familiar.
Here, let me introduce you to the new president.
One big happy there ain't gonna be no change.
You mean you're not gonna change our name or anything like that?
My name is Parker. You can call me Pete. Anything but Pete. Please excuse the hat. Had a little trouble in the past with the health companies. My hair's starting to grow back in. I'll soon be able to take it off.
You're gonna change the name on me.
What was that name that I before? No. We'll be short. We're one big happy family, and there'll be no changes. By the way, what was your profit plan last year?
There's somebody here tonight who has shared marketing ideas with Jim, shared engineering ideas with Jim, shared so many experiences at Air Shields with Jim, and he has something to really share with all of us right now. Bob?
You know, Dave, after this production, I feel like the first cigarette after sex. That's
You smoke hot.
Do you smoke after sex? I mean, everyone has seen the comical side of Jim, but there really are some very, very serious sides. Of course, everyone knows that Jim has worked his way up, and he spent a hell of a lot of time in school, had a couple of reasonable breaks, but probably a few of you don't know how he wound up getting his various degrees. Probably most of you don't realize that Jim has an MBA. Actually, it's not really an MBA. It's an MBS. That came after his BS. And Jim has spent a lot of time at this. He did have a few lucky breaks. He wound up associating with a school that had offered him a couple of opportunities. In fact, there was a 2-for-1 sale at LaSalle. They were just starting up their MBA program. And he got 2 credits for every one. He managed to get through that and make it fine. He dabbled a little bit in financial advising. He worked with his brother on his brother's investments. Convinced his brother to buy Helpline at something like $18 a share.
19.
19, was it 19?
Yeah. 18, exactly.
But he's been forgiven. He's been forgiven. He'll continue on. He spent quite a bit of time at Air Shields. You know, of course, he comes from a long line of people who came from this company that has a Latin kind of a name. You know, it means out of your mind or something. No, extra out of your body. Not extra not extra. And he came to us having taken to market 4 or 5 or 6 different infusion pumps. Got us involved in about 3 or 4 different companies, one out on the West Coast that went on to success. Another one was a French company. They didn't have a product, but there was Erica. Of course, sunned herself at the Warrington every day in her monokini. It smelled good. Time over at the Warrington. And then, of course, finally, we realized that maybe perhaps we can do our own pump. We did a little bit of work on that, and of course came up with a very successful product which someone can enjoy. And of course, he spent various bits of time in several positions at Air Shields, and of course his former boss, who of course comes from a long line of extracorporeal people, Glenn Stahl, said when he had left, said that Jim was really going to bring down the house. He was really going to do a fantastic job, much better than perhaps Glenn did at marketing. And Jim did. The stock immediately came down from 21 7/8 to 1 7/8. And we had to make a minor adjustment in our R&D funds. We found a way to dispense with 65% of the personnel.
They're now fixing cars.
But you see, there was a method to his madness. He's got the best auto mechanics around. Of course, it will take 5 weeks to deliver the drawings. But Jim does have a very serious act. I'm sure that most of you don't realize that Jim is a scholar. Of course, you've heard some of his very famous sayings. And, you know, every morning he was able to make my day by coming in and saying, "Hey, Bob, you been getting any lately?"
The answer was, of course, no.
You know, at my age, it's the second thing to go.
No, your pump went.
Something for you too. But there is a very serious side to Jim. You probably don't realize that Jim is a scholar. You know, Jim being of Italian extraction takes quite a bit of pride in the fact that he's descended from the Romans. Everyone knows what an Italian is. They're a Roman with one too many chromosomes. But the other day he brought in something that I think we all ought to listen to. It's a little quotation here. "We trained hard, but it seemed that every time we were beginning to form up into teams, we would be reorganized. I was to learn later in life that we tend to meet any new situation by reorganizing, and a wonderful method it can be for creating the illusion of progress while producing confusion, inefficiency, and demoralization." This came from Petronius Arbiter in 210 BC. Jim brought that into me the other day. So we haven't learned much in the last 2,100 years. Jim, of course, has worked very closely with the engineering department. I'm sure everyone realizes that the most exciting part of the Air Shields environment is the constant interplay of exchanging ideas, creative thought between engineering and marketing.
I thought it was customer service. Been disillusioned.
Pretty soon I'm supposed to know about that. But Jim's held in extremely high regard in the engineering department. We have his sayings posted all over the place. We probably will publish a book a little later, but again, the drawings aren't ready. But we did manage a little late in the game to put a collection together, and we purchased some stock for you. Okay? And we do want to present this to you. We have put together some money and we bought for $29.95 2,000 individual shares of Healthline stock. Our brand has 33% more paper. Compliments of the engineering department.
No farewell dinner would be complete without the farewell lady. And I must say that she has been on hand and thrown 47 farewell parties in the last 46 months. Her name is Bye-Bye Keller. Sociologists are dealing right now to see if there is a relationship between those who leave and the fact that she is working for them. Oh my God. Ralph, I would keep your bags packed. May I introduce Bye-Bye Keller?
I really should be getting used to this because boss is like he's coming and going and coming and going, in and out the door. But in all seriousness, Jim, I can't look at you. I can speak for myself as well as for many of us sitting here. You've been one hell of a boss, I should say the best. A really good friend to a lot of us. I hope you know you really don't miss you. Creep. I have a little something here from all of us. And it's going to help you boogie on down the road to success.
Boogie on down.
It's an executive brain.
Another paper degree. I beg your pardon.
That's the last parts for my car.
Ooh, we miss you. That's a bunch of crap.
We just cut up your desk.
Oh, this is nice. That's great. 70 Walkman. I really wanted one of these days. Very much, everybody. That's what it is.
Every Italian carries one.
Yeah. And I can put this on when I walk into the shop and all the loud noises going on.
Just remember to take it off when a customer walks in.
Why? If it snows, we got the customer by the front door. You know? Gee, what can I say? Dave, that's the worst impression of Italian I've ever heard. Well, it was a great godfather. Great godfather. Gee, what can I say? I would have been speechless, except that I kind of prepared for the occasion. But in preparing, I want to let a lot of people, a lot of good friends that I have here, realize that I couldn't include everybody in what I have to say. Not because I want to slight you, because I wanted to spare some of you. It's not really that bad, but people that I work very close with, you know, especially upstairs with the Belfields and the Himmelsteins and the Brendas and all those people, I excluded you from this to save you. The rest of you idiots who stayed, I have a few things to say.
very short, because I knew it was going to be late and I didn't want to take too long. I want to say one thing. I was trying to get a list of names of the people together so I could know who to talk about, on this evening. But every time I called, the list changed, and anyway, a few of my friends that I'd like some things I thought about. What could I give these people? What could I leave these people who are so close to me and helped me so much throughout my years here? So I figured I'd have some kind of a remembrance. Either I'd leave them a gift or leave them something or give them something to remember me by. And a few people here I have mentioned. To Bob Drozdowski, Bob, I'm going to leave you my lawnmower. Why, you ask? Well, you're not going to be doing anything for the next couple of years, so you might as well cut the grass.
It's going to take him too long.
And it'll cost too much.
No manpower. It's a nice thing about having Joe around, because even if the joke's bad, he makes it. Gerard Sorovic, right for you. I give you a certificate of free agency, because you've never really belonged to marketing, and engineering certainly doesn't want you back. Oh, it gets worse. Bob Falco, where's your Bob? Right over here. Bob would give you a hallway pass. So no one will ever again question why you're standing around the hallway doing nothing. These are my friends, can you imagine? To Crash Donnelly. Mike, I give you your very own private and reserved parking spot at Colex. It's guys like you to help me retire.
Why do you think I've been crushing cars? Catch up with me.
To Joe Moffat. Joe, I leave you in charge of the patient monitoring product line. But don't worry. You won't have it long. They'll be canceling that product line soon. To Andrew Levy, I leave my marriage license so that you and Vic can stop living in sin together. If that passed over everybody's head, I think it's his computer. To Bill Kohler.
I want my car back.
After $4,800, you'll be glad. To Bill Kohler, I leave a pair of handcuffs so you can make sure you hang on to your next carpool partner. You've lost 3 so far, though. This is bad. To Dave Miller, my buddy, I leave my cat. Why? Because it will be the closest thing to a pussy you'll ever get since hanging around with those sheep. Those sheep jokes always get me.
That wasn't for you. Not bad.
To Leo Craig, I give you my rosary. So you can pray your way out of the mess you're in, rather than waste everybody's time trying to manage your way out. Because he's the president, I left him 2 gifts. I gave you my weed whacker. You're not going to be doing anything for 2 years, so you might as well have Drozdowski come. To Ralph Kistler, a special gift. Ralph, I give you a mirror for your and my desk. So every once in a while, you can look into it and think there are 2 people left in the marketing department. got stolen from me, unfortunately, as I walked in the door this evening. It goes to Diane Keller. Diane, I give you my body for one evening.
What, Dan?
She's heard. So that you can finally answer yes to the question I've asked you hundreds of times.
Good thing you have a job.
That's a job. I'm a partner now. They got a vote to fire me. Listen, I realized tonight, thinking about all this, I told Diane before, first I wanted a luncheon because I know the difficulty in having to come real long distance and at a place in the evening, the expense involved. But we couldn't work things out, so I want to thank everybody for venturing out in what I hope will be snow soon. But I do appreciate it, and these guys are just great. Give me a lot of support over the years, a lot of good friends, people I'll just never forget. I'll never forget this evening, obviously. I hope the videotape works out real well, because this is something I can show my kids years to come. Thank you very much. I just love all you guys, and I just thank God so much that I have friends like you people. Really, thank you.